A boss be rising, baby TV's igniting, turn the volume up, yeah the whole world's invited. From the gravel road to the neon dreams, she built an empire out of broken wings. Boss be rising, sky ain't even the ceiling when she hits go live, everybody feels it. She's the queen of the comeback.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes you do not choose the music? The moment chooses it for you. There are days when I need something loud enough to carry my frustration. There are also days when I need a song to get me moving. Sometimes I need lyrics that finally let me have that cry I've been holding back. And sometimes I don't need words at all. Give me the right melody, and I can see the entire story happening inside my head. Tonight, we're opening up my jukebox, and apparently, my jukebox has a personality disorder.
Every life has a soundtrack, and every song has a story. Turn up the memories and take the journey. This is Jukebox Journey.
All right, welcome to this Saturday's edition of Jukebox Journey, where one letter takes us through five musicians, five different stops, and all the memories and stories hiding between the notes, right? Tonight's letter made me realize just how differently I use music depending on what is happening inside my head. I do not have one kind of music for every occasion. I have music, or pardon me, I do have, pardon me, today's a difficult day and we'll talk about that later. Just bear with me. I do not have just one kind of music for every occasion, okay? I have music for anger, music for motivation, music for crying, music that can take me backwards 30 or 40 years. Oh gosh, that's awful to say out loud, in about 4 seconds flat, right? So music so beautiful that it doesn't need a single lyric to tell me a story. Tonight, the mood gets the aux chord. Let's see where it takes us. First, we're going to start with this here letter. All right, here we go. Dear Beak, I have playlists for practically every version of myself, and lately, I've been wondering if other people use music the way that I do. I don't just have favorite songs. Hello, how are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking, and thank you for being here. Okay. I have songs for situations. When I am angry or frustrated, I want something loud enough to match whatever is happening inside my head. When I have a million things to do and absolutely no motivation to do any of them, I know exactly what kind of music will get me moving. And when I am sad, sometimes I do something that probably sounds completely backwards. I deliberately put on a song that I already know is going to make me cry. It isn't because I want to stay miserable. Sometimes I feel like I have been holding everything together for so long that I actually need the song to crack me open a little bit. I have I have the cry, get it out, wipe my face, and somehow I can breathe a little easier afterwards. Well, I know how that feels. I think I feel the same way. All right, so then there is the music that has nothing to do with how I feel today because it takes me straight back to who I used to be. There are songs I can hear now, and within seconds, I remember the car I was driving, the people I was hanging around with, where we used to go, what I was worried about, and sometimes even what the air felt like back then. It amazes me that I can forget 100 ordinary details about a period of my life, but one song comes on and suddenly an entire room in my memory lights back up. And it isn't always about lyrics either. Sometimes a piece of music can have no words at all and still create pictures in my head. I can hear movement in it. I can imagine places I've never been or see an entire little story unfolding just because of the instruments. How can something without a single word say so much? It's a good question, right? I have friends who can listen to the same kind of music all day long, and I cannot understand it because my music changes depending on what I need from it. Sometimes I need energy, sometimes I need somewhere safe to put my frustration. Sometimes I need permission to finally let something out, and sometimes I want to visit a memory for a few minutes. Sometimes I also want music that lets my imagination go somewhere without me. And then there are those few artists that don't belong to any mood at all because they have somehow become a part of you. You can leave them alone for years, hear that voice again, and immediately think, there you are. So here is my question. Do we really choose our favorite music simply because we like the way it sounds? Or do certain songs and artists become our favorites because of what they have helped us feel, or release, or survive, remember, and become? Great questions. Signed, My Mood Has the Aux Cord. All right, let's talk about this because I have a list, of course. I have my 5 favorites, and I'll be honest with you, there's a bonus at the end. So, stop one. We'll go here. And you may think it's funny, but go ahead and laugh. Limp Bizkit. Give it somewhere to go. Okay? There is a certain kind of day when peaceful music is absolutely not going to help me. If I'm irritated or frustrated or just completely overloaded, sometimes I don't need somebody telling me to calm down. I need Limp Bizkit. Break stuff. Absolutely. There is something about music that can meet an emotion at exactly the same intensity you're feeling it. It does not ask you to pretend you're fine by any means. It gives all that energy somewhere safe to go. And I think that is something people misunderstand about angry music. Listening to something aggressive does not necessarily make me angrier. Sometimes it does exactly the opposite. I can turn it up, sing along, move around, drive, clean, work, whatever I happen to be doing. And eventually that pressure starts coming down because I wear myself out with it. I may listen to it twice if I need to. The music did not solve whatever irritated me. It just gave the irritation somewhere else to live for a few minutes, right? And you know what? I think the key is to, if there's something going on, take your mind off of it for a minute and go back with fresh eyes. I mean, after Limp Bizkit, break stuff, thrashing around, yeah, I'm 55 years old next month, but I don't act like it. I don't feel like it, and I'm not going to be like it, especially when it comes to my music. Sure, Limp Bizkit is kind of old, not that old though. And I guarantee you, my children listen to it. So listen. The point is, sometimes you do not need to suppress an emotion. What you want to do is get it out. Sometimes you need to move it. Limp Bizkit can move it right out of my way, you know, every time. So, my second, a little more aggressive still, but disturbed. I mean, who can't feel better after dropping some plates, y'all? Seriously. Get up and move. Then there there is another kind of music entirely with Disturbed, right? This is the music that I use when my brain knows what needs to happen. But apparently the rest of me has not received the memo. Of course, I need energy, right? Tell me you can't listen to a Disturbed song, one of the really hardcore ones, honestly, and not feel the energy from it. I mean, it's that or Prodigy, right? Prodigy. Oh my gosh, I need some of that in my life today. I need movement. Okay. I need something that doesn't politely ask whether I'm ready. I don't need politeness in that moment. And that's where Disturbed comes in. Dropping Plates is one of my favorite songs for that. You know, it's just one of those songs for me. When that energy hits, something changes. Suddenly, I'm moving faster. I'm getting things done. Whatever gear I was stuck in is no longer the gear I'm in. That fascinates me about music because it is not only affecting emotion anymore. I can affect, it can affect, pardon me, your body. Your pace changes, your energy changes, you get excited, you just move. And sometimes even your confidence changes. Everybody has some version of that song, right? I mean, I can't sing it like them, but you better believe I own it when I do. The one that comes on and your body just reacts before you have even consciously decided to react. Maybe yours is rock, maybe it's country or hip hop, pop, gospel, metal, or something completely different. But somewhere in your music collection is a song that can turn I really need to get moving into all right, let's go. And that point music is not background noise. It's equipment. It really is. All right, so I'm going to change gears just a little bit. Yes, this is a little more me. Y'all know I'm from Texas. Luke Combs. Yeah. Sometimes you need to cry. Okay. And he has a song that will do it for me every time I turn it on. This one's different because sometimes I choose a song knowing exactly what it is going to do with me. Most of the time, I should say. Luke Combs has a song called One Number Away, right? And that song can make me cry in an instant. It is the story. It is the lyrics. And if you've ever heard the song or seen the video, you know it's about two people break up and, well, she doesn't make it out. She has an accident. It's hard. It's a terrible story. And, you know, sometimes you just need to cry. And if that's the one that's going to do it, then listen to it twice if you have to. Get it out. There's nothing wrong with that. These lyrics, the story, it's there. It's everything happening underneath what is being said. And there are times when that is exactly what I need. I do not always listen to a sad song because I want to sit around and be sad, okay? Sometimes I know there's something inside me that needs to come out, and for whatever reason, I cannot quite get there on my own. Sometimes life's hard on you and it makes things harder for you to get out there, right? But then the right song finds the crack, and suddenly the tears come. You have the cry that you needed. You let yourself feel whatever you have been carrying. And afterwards, sometimes, most times, you feel better. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. But nothing outside you necessarily changed. Whatever happened still happened. Whatever you are carrying may still need to be dealt with, but some of that pressure is gone. And I think that's why lyrics matter so much to me. A good songwriter can tell somebody else's story, and somehow you find yours hiding in it. You hear one line or one situation and think, there it is. That's what I've been trying to say. Sometimes a song does not pull you deeper into sadness. Sometimes it gives you permission to finally let the sadness leave. Hello, Queen Poetic Tears. How are you, sweets? So good to see you, honey. Thank you for coming by. Queen Poetic Tears. I like the sound of that, baby girl. Straighten that crown. That's awesome. So that's exactly what it is, though. Sometimes it gives you the permission to finally let the sadness leave. And I think think that's important for a lot of people. I am very well, thank you. Had a little rough of day, but I'm good today. I'm really good. Got my show back, got things moving again. Feeling good. Mm. Oh, you know me and my music. It's always been there, always gonna be. All right, so now we are on number 4. Now here I'm going to show my age quite a bit. And y'all, I have eclectic taste. I like all music, okay? There's not one single genre out there that I do not like. And it's because that's me. I love my music. So, oh my gosh, I'm really going to show my age and I don't care. My 4th. I'm going to have to say it's the entire soundtrack to the Breakfast Club. You know, you got Duran Duran, you got Wham. Look, fire up the time machine, let me tell you, because every time I hear any of those songs that were on that soundtrack, you got to have that fist up. You know, you just got to have that fist up. That's what we do. All right, so we're going somewhere completely different here. If I want a time machine, I don't need a DeLorean. I'm so dating myself. Yes, I'm old, okay? 55 next month, and that's okay. I'm trying to convince myself it's all good. Give me Duran Duran, give me Wham, or put on that Breakfast Club soundtrack and watch what happens. I'm lost. I'm gone. I'm in nostalgia, you know? There are songs where the first few notes hit suddenly, and I'm not sitting here in 2026 anymore. I am somewhere else, far, far away. I remember how things looked, how things felt, who was around, what mattered to me then. Sometimes I can practically see the clothes, and there's probably a few in my closet still. There is something wonderfully strange about the fact that your brain can attach an entire period of your life to 3 or 4 minutes of music. Then years later, somebody presses play and the whole file opens again. And yes, if the Breakfast Club gets involved, that fist is going in the air every time. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Pitch Perfect. Yes, it's a girly show. I'm a girl. Hello. But when they do their rendition and when she finally watches the movie, you know, it's just, it was a good moment for me. It's like, there may be hope for my kids after all. But some things are simply just required, like that fist in the air. That is the difference between remembering a song and having a song hold a memory. The song itself may not even be what you are emotional about. It is everything attached to it. The people, the places, the younger version of yourself, the things you thought your life was going to become, the things it actually became. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that so much. For a few minutes, music lets all those versions of you occupy the same room. That is one powerful little time machine, if you ask me. Now, let's see here. I've got just a couple more for you here, if I can get them in there. There we go. Now, I did say I have a bonus, and then I do have something else I want to talk about before I close this out, but we're going to go with 5. My 5th choice. And somebody's going to laugh at me because it's my eclectic taste. And if you don't know who it is, I'm very sorry for you because it's some beautiful music. Yanni. These are the ones that I don't need words, you know? Yanni, and in fact, Karen Briggs is a violinist that plays with Yanni, and she is just amazing to me. She's, oh God, she's so beautiful, and her music is so amazing, and she's just, yeah, I'm fangirling over here. Sorry. So then we get to something completely different again, Yanni. Yes, Yanni. Don't laugh at me. And before anybody says anything, have you actually ever really listened? Because there is music that reaches me through the lyrics, and then there is music that can tell me an entire story without saying one word. Butterfly Dance is one of those pieces for me. And of course, yes, Butterfly. That was the first and foremost thing that got me moving on the whole thing, because my thing is butterflies. That was my mother's thing. I just think women are butterflies, period. And that's even Queen Poetic Tears are butterflies. Because, we start out this world, just pulled out my nose ring, how funny. We start out in this world, kind of in a little cocoon, like our parents, they hold on to us, and then when it's finally time for us to go out, we spread our wings and go, right? That's right. Miss Poetic Tears knows what I'm talking about. This is one of those pieces for me. Butterfly Dance. I mean, who wouldn't love that name in the first place? There does not have to be a lyric for me to see that butterfly fly in flight. I can hear it in the music. There's movement in the music. There's a shift. There's a lift. There's this beautiful feeling of something floating and turning and rising. And then you bring somebody like Karen Briggs into that world with a violin. Oh, good grief. She does not just play this instrument, she becomes part of it. There is an energy in the way she plays where your eyes almost cannot keep up with her hands. And suddenly, I'm not thinking about lyrics anyway. I'm not waiting for somebody to tell me what the song means. I already know what it means to me. That may be one of the most amazing things music can do for anybody. Words tell you where the songwriter wants the story to go. Instrumental music, sometimes, you know what? It hands the story to you and it says, you decide. You can close your eyes and you can build your own pictures, your own movement, your own emotion, even your own meaning. And for me, Yanni's Butterfly Dance, it does that for me. I can see it, I can feel it, I can almost float beside it. There does not always have to be a lyric for music to speak. Yeah. Sometimes, oh, hello, Amy. Good to see you. And sometimes, the instruments say everything. I mean, lyrics are amazing, but instruments can say so much more if you just listen a little harder. Okay, so gotta wait a minute here because the jukebox has one more artist, one more song. Technically, Jukebox Journey has 5 stops. We have completed our 5 stops, but the thumbnail says 5, so I'm trying to be good, you know. Aw, I didn't know you had surgery, honey. I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. So the rules say 5. I'm not very good at keeping rules. I'm a rebel. We should probably go home. No, there is only one problem because nobody told Steve Perry that. Steve Perry from Journey, if you don't know who that is. And I am certainly not going to be the one who turns him away. Oh my goodness. Yes, it certainly can. Poetic, it certainly can. Amy, my prayers are with you, honey. I hope for speedy recovery. So, bonus track then, Journey, my ride or die. I can't help it. There are musicians I love because they fit a particular mood. And then there is Journey. Journey does not need a category. Journey is the category. You could ask me what I want to hear when I am happy, sad, driving, cleaning, thinking, remembering, or doing absolutely nothing at all. And there is a Journey song that belongs somewhere in the answer. Not just one, all of them. And Steve Perry. Um, I'm just gonna put this out there real quick, sir. If you happen to be watching Jukebox Journey tonight, apparently I am the long lost wife you never knew you had. I have been very patient, sir. I believe it's my turn. There are certain voices you recognize almost instantly, okay? Steve Perry has one of those voices for me. It does not matter how many years pass. It does not matter how many new artists come along. It does not matter what musical phase I happen to wander into. That voice still feels like home to me. And maybe that is the final category that we forgot when we started tonight. There's angry music, motivation music, cry music. Oh, way to go. All right, Amy. You guys, anybody in here, y'all go over there and see Amy. Go check out Amy for us, okay? All right. So, time machine music, music that lets your imagination fly, and then there is home music. The artist or band you do not outgrow. You might wander away for a while. You might spend years listening to completely different things. Then one day, you hear that voice again and think, there you are. That's what Journey is for me. Ride or die. I I do love some gospel too. Let me tell you, I have idolized my almost my entire life. CC Winans. Oh my gosh, she's got such a beautiful voice. And when her and Whitney would sing together, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Two heavenly voices. Hello, Stephen. Good to have you. So, Steve Perry, Journey, Ride or Die, forever, forever, forever. Seriously. Whenever you get that paperwork straightened out, sir, apparently you know where to find me. Steve, I'm right here. Hi. Not this Steven right here, but I'm looking for Steve Perry, okay? Lead singer of Journey. Great how somebody Steve showed up right in the middle of my Steve Perry devotional. Hello. Good to see you. So, the journey home on this one. Maybe we do not choose our favorite music simply because we like it the way it sounds. Maybe the music that stays with us earns its place. And you know what? Some songs helped us release something. Some got us moving when we did not want to move. Some helped us cry when we deliberately needed to release. Some became little machines carrying pieces of our lives inside them. Some even proved that you do not need a single word to tell a beautiful story. And some simply became home. Our playlist may actually be autobiographies. If somebody really wanted to understand us, maybe they wouldn't need to ask 100 questions, right? Hi, Steve. So maybe we could just hand them the aux cord. All right. Before I go on with, I am gonna close out the show here in just a few minutes. I wanted to say a few things. Sorry, this one's a little hard for me, but I need to do this because my family, my Facebook family is watching right now, and I want to make sure that this is said. Oh yeah, Whitney Houston is amazing. I still listen to her music. Last night, my aunt, who I am very, very fond of, passed away. And it's a really hard one for me. I wasn't really prepared to say anything on the show, but I wanted to because I know family could be watching me right now, and I just want you to know what happened to me today. It was before I found out anything about her. This morning, I everybody knows I do Instacart, especially on the weekends. So my husband and I were out, and we were getting our first order, and it was kind of cool because it was an order for some balloons for somebody for their birthday. We went and we got the balloons, we put them in the car, and we had to go next door to the other store and get another order, and we brought that back to the car. And as we're going to take the balloons to the house, I'm sitting here reading about my Aunt Angie passing away. And while we're in the car, I've got my hand here because I've got the balloons in the back so nothing happens to them, right? And I'm holding my hand here, and it was in perfect place. They were big enough they should not have slid by me in any way. And somehow, one of them, which happened to be a very big pink heart, slipped right by my hand, slapped me and my husband in the head, and I know that was her. I know that was her. I believe wholeheartedly that she was saying goodbye to us. And I want to say this. I am so very happy that I was able to talk to her just a few weeks ago and tell her how much I love her. And she knew that when she left this earth. I'd like to share with you this beautiful lady. She's at the top of the picture. That's me with the blonde hair and her daughter at the bottom. These two ladies right here have been through some hell and back, and they are probably the strongest women I know. I only hope to be as strong. And Angie, I know you're listening. I love you. I'm still here, and I'll watch over them, I promise. Thank you so much. I needed to share that because it's important to me, because she was very important to me. And I know she's up there with my mama right now. So, okay. Before I go crying all over this thing, tonight's Jukebox Journey took us from Limp Bizkit to Disturbed, through A Good Cry with Luke Combs, straight back in time with Duran Duran and Wham, The Breakfast Club, that whole soundtrack, then floating away with Yanni and Karen Briggs. And just when we thought the journey was over, Journey showed up for the encore, because apparently some rules are made to be broken. And I'm a rebel. So now I want to know about your jukebox. What do you play when you're angry, when you get moving, when songs give you the cry you sometimes need? What takes you instantly back in time? And most importantly, who's your ride or die artist? I mean, I've been dragged, pulled, pushed, and there's no number one there, but we can't see them. They're still there waiting for us. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. All right, listen, you guys, I would really love to hear about this. Drop it in the comments, or you know what? Send it to my email. Let me know. I'll read it online. We'll talk about it. Drop it in the comments. Thank you for taking another Jukebox Journey with me. And until next time, keep your memories close. Keep the music playing. And if the Breakfast Club comes on, you know what to do. Fist in the air. Good night, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. And Stephen, seriously, thank you. I appreciated that so much. Now listen, one more thing before I go. Y'all get over there. Y'all see my friends at Tuber Chat, because they're pretty awesome. Love you, Poetic Tears.
I want to take a minute to shout out Tuber Chat. If you're a creator who's tired of surface-level advice, and actually wants to understand how YouTube works, that's the space. It's real conversations with real creators who are in the trenches, building channels, testing ideas. No posturing, no gatekeeping, no fake guru energy, just people sharing what's working, what isn't, and why. If you're serious about growing, learning, and not doing this alone, check out Tuber Chat. The link is in the description.
Boss be rising.